Yo, it is your boy Tiki. Hey, before we start this video, I got an announcement to make. I am starting to do a Q&A at the beginning of every single video. So if you want to be featured, go ahead and hit the comment section down below. For this video, we're gonna do #MountainTiki and then ask your question. Everything about this is explained later on in this video. So go ahead and do that. #MountainTiki in the comments and you'll potentially get featured in the next video. All right, let's get to the video. YouTube, good morning. What is up? I know in the last video I said that would be the last video you guys will see from me until I get back from home time, but guess what? Your boy isn't gonna leave you guys hanging. I'm making another video for you guys. So I am on Merced, Flying J in Merced, and just did my pre-trip and everything. We're headed to Stockton again. I got a load to drop off down the street or down the road from Stockton. So I had a live load from Arizona, Kingman, Arizona, and I'm taking it to down the way near Stockton. Your boy has been getting quite a bit of these live loads, man. Being OTR, I was assuming that I was going to be doing a lot of drop-in hooks, because that's what a lot of people told me I'd be doing. That's what I was told that I would be doing, a lot of drop-in hooks with a sprinkle of live loads and live unloads here and there. But I'll be completely honest with you guys, man. I've been getting a lot more live unloads and live loads than I have drop-in hooks. And I'm not complaining because those are pretty cool, but I'd prefer to just drop in hook and go, because those live loads and live unloads, they take anywhere from an hour to 2 hours to get loaded or unloaded, and I feel like it eats away at the clock when I could get more drive time, you know. But it's okay. Experience is experience. Being an owner operator, most of the time everything that you're going to be getting is live unloads and live loads. So you know, I think that's just the grace of God and the universe working to get me ready for when I become an owner op. So, but right now I got a load, like I said, I picked up in Kingman, Arizona. I got live loaded, and we're headed to, I think the city's called Tracy. We're headed to Tracy, and this one's gonna be a drop, and I'm gonna hook an empty trailer, and then after that I gotta take that empty trailer, go to the Stockton Schneider yard. I gotta go all the way up to Echo, Oregon to make a delivery, and I'm picking up the relay, and then when I get to Echo, Oregon, that's gonna be a live unload. So it looks like I'm like doing the live unload at a farm. It's like a pretty big farm. There's multiple branches of these farms or whatever across the US. So, but yeah, right now this load is gonna be taking me to Tracy. I'll tell you what though, guys, this truck driving lifestyle is different, man. It's a lot different than I was anticipating. Still kind of a weird concept to me. I understand how the game works a little bit more now, but here's the thing is in this game you never stop learning. So every day is going to be a new learning process for you, regardless of what you do. Now, the main thing that I've been having a hard time with, guys, and this is the part where I'm transparent with you guys, like I said, I'll be honest with you guys along this rookie journey. Trip planning is tough, man. It's tough because I will have a truck stop down for my trip plan for when I'm going to shut down for the night. Well, I always do one or two. I'll always have a backup. I'll do one truck stop for my priority truck stop for when I shut down, and then I'll have another one just in case that one's full. But what the heck do you do when both are full and you don't have time on your clock anymore? So what I've been trying to do this whole week is just run until I got like 1 to 2 hours left on my clock, just so I can maximize the amount of travel that I'm getting, and that way these loads don't end up late. And what had happened, I think it was not last night, the night before, my primary truck stop that I was going to stop at was 100% full, and there were trucks stopped on the street, like not the side of the street. They were stopped on the street, taking their 10-hour on the street. And you know, from what I've heard, that's a recipe for DOT ticket. Not a DOT ticket, but just a ticket in general. And if I'm being quite honest, your boy can't afford a ticket right now, and I don't want anything on my record showing, you know, negligence in my truck driving. I don't want to tarnish my truck driving career yet. Not yet, you know. But yeah, that first truck stop was full, and my secondary was full. And so I got lucky because there's like this open gravel lot. There were no signs that said no parking, and I'm kind of snitching on myself here. I'm ratting myself out. But there was like 3 other trucks that were parked there, and it looked more like it was decoration gravel rather than actual gravel, like an actual gravel lot. Like it looked like people paved their own way to get to this spot. And so, I mean, there were no spots. I had 15 minutes left on my clock, and mind you guys, I had just finished my pickup, like my load pickup, or picking up an empty. Like I dropped off my load and then I picked up my empty, and I had 1 hour left on my clock. And for that 1 hour, I'd spent checking the first truck stop and then driving to the second truck stop, making my rounds, circling around just to find a parking spot. And then by the time I decided to park on the gravel lot, I ended up only having 15 minutes left on my clock. 15 minutes left on my clock. And I was like, you know what? These guys have shut down here. I've been to this truck stop and shut down here like 3 times before. I've seen trucks parked there before, and I haven't seen any officers or anything, you know, ticketing people in the mornings while they were still parked there. And I haven't heard anybody complain. So I went ahead and I just parked in that gravel lot and shut down there. And that was just pure luck. That was pure luck. I had 15 minutes left, nowhere else to park, and there was a gravel lot. Like I said, I don't even think it was like a parking lot gravel lot. It was like just an empty space of gravel. But yeah, that's where I ended up shutting down. There was people parked up and down the street, around the truck stop. This is in North Las Vegas, by the way. But they were parked on the side, like on the street, and it was just over full. Knowing that I had dropped off my load and picked up an empty with an hour left on my clock, because that load, its due date was that day, and I had been doing a lot of traveling already. So I've eaten up my clock the day before, that day and the day before, just to maximize my travel. So would that be considered poor trip planning on my part, or is that just the way the cookie crumbles? Because, you know, I had a backup plan, and I still ended up having trouble at the end. I still barely made it. Now, is that negligence of my trip planning, or like poor trip planning, or does that sound acceptable? Does that sound right? Because I'll be honest with you guys, I was stressing the heck out that night, man. Like, I don't know. I feel like there wasn't really much trip planning to be done. Halos. Y'all wonder where your Halo tangerines come from? This is the Halos factory right here. North of Bakersfield, south of Delano. I've got a couple of family members that work at this factory. Yeah, that's where your tangerines come from. Yeah, man. First Ave, Delano, California. This is where a lot of my family moved directly to after immigrating from the Philippines. Once my great-grandma moved from Hawaii moved from the Philippines, she moved to Hawaii. And then after Hawaii, she started moving all the family over to Delano, California. So her and a bunch of my family from the Philippines ended up moving here, Delano, California. And it always looks the same. Always looks the same. I mean, granted, they've spruced it up quite a bit. It looks good. Cecil Ave. I have family that live on Cecil Ave, I think. It's been a while, man. I haven't been in Delano in a while. Cecil Ave, Delano. What up, family? Good to see ya. Glad I could stop by and say hi. What's crazy to me is in California, the speed limit for trucks is 55 miles per hour. I was told you could go 57, 58, and state troopers don't bother you. I've been seeing a lot of people fly past me at like 60 to 70 miles per hour. Now, is there an exception that I'm not aware of? Or I'm sure this is how the locals drive and they don't care if they get pulled over and get a ticket. I mean, me, I do my best just minding my own business, but you know, sometimes it just makes me wonder. Like, the only reason I ask is because I want to know what the secret is. Because I would love to not get in your guys' way and drive the same speed you guys are if there's like a special exception that I'm not understanding, or I don't know of. So if y'all know what the secret sauce is to driving in California, y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. Like, I noticed these bull haulers, and hay haulers, like, they fly, bro. They fly. Look at this fog though. That looks creepy. The field, that little farm field or whatever, with the fog, that looks creepy. This is how horror movies start. Watch. The truck breaks down. I gotta walk through the field to get to a safe destination, and then there's a murderer in the field. No, knock on glass. Knock on glass. Y'all know why you knock on glass, right? You guys ever hear about that? When you say that something negative might happen, you gotta knock on glass to save your ass. This fog is nutty, guys. There's literally no visibility. Man, that sign just barely popped up. That was less than half a football field. That was like half a football field away. I do this thing where if I can't see, I lean forward in the driver's seat as if it'll help me see a couple thousand feet further. So like that whole time I was talking to you guys, I was leaned forward. Out of all the road conditions and weather conditions, what do you guys feel like is the most scariest to drive a semi-truck in? Put it in the comment section down below. Let's see what you guys feel is the worst weather / road condition to drive in. I don't know, man. The way it looks right now, it looks like fog's winning. See, even with their lights on, I can't even see them anymore. I just see a faint silhouette in the distance. Bro, oh, and they just disappeared. Oh man, this is a part of everyday truck driving though, where the fog just eats all the cars and all the trucks. This is also why I think everybody that drives a truck needs to get a CB radio. And here's the thing, I have one at home. I just haven't been home, but I have one and it's gonna go right there. But this is exactly why everybody should have a CB radio. And I know a lot of people moved on from CB radios because they're like, oh, I could just use a cell phone. You know, I could just use a cell phone. I could check the weather on my phone. Yeah, but if an accident happens like 1 minute before you get to that destination, and it's like fog like this, and everything comes to a screeching halt, and people like me or those trucks that were rolling through are going like 57, 56 miles per hour, and there's a wreck on the freeway blocking all lanes. How else are you gonna know that? No one's gonna call you and be like, hey, by the way, there's a couple of trucks that crashed in front of you. You're about to get to them in like 15 seconds, 10-15 seconds. Just slow down a bit. No, nobody's gonna call you and tell you that. See, here's the thing. If y'all are watching my videos and getting into truck driving, or you're new, I do not care. I do not care what anybody has told you. Oh, you don't need CB radios anymore. You don't need that. Yes, you do. Please keep the CB radio culture alive. Like, I feel like I strongly, passionately feel like if everybody had a CB radio on the road, we could prevent so much more accidents, man. So if you're getting ready to get into your truck, or you started and you're debating getting a CB radio, stop debating. Just do it. Go and get it. Get that CB radio. Study, do research, learn what channels you need to be on what highways. That's extremely important, man. If we all use CB radios, like all of us truck drivers, if we all use CB radios like they did back in the day, do you understand how many accidents we can prevent if we all just communicated in the way of the CB radio? That's exactly why when I get home, I'm throwing a CB radio in the truck, like ASAP, right away. Granted, a lot of time, a lot of people will mess around on the radio, talk smack and everything, and there's like no filter at all on the CB radio. Sure, there's those times, but when push comes to shove, in time of emergency, people will go balls to the wall, working together to notify each other, like, hey, this just happened, the freeway's blocked, or this just happened, you know, slow down. I don't know, what's your guys' opinion on that? Should we bring the CB radio culture back? In my opinion, this is just my opinion. Yes, I think we need to bring the CB radio culture back. I think it'll save a lot of lives, to be honest. If used properly, yes, it'll save lives. So that's just my 2 cents. All right, well, the fog's gone now. So I seen this thing going around on TikTok where truck drivers that have their seat inflated or aired up a lot, like, they get clowned on. Why is that? Now, for me personally, I have my seat aired out and aired up a little bit, enough for me to see the entirety of my hood mirror. So like right now when I look at it, the bottom of the hood mirror lines up with the bottom of the windshield or dashboard. Like I could see it in its entirety. I've seen videos of on TikTok of truck drivers having their seat aired all the way up and they're comfortable and everything, and they just get clowned on, like, oh, he's obviously new because he has his seat aired all the way up. And like I see some people that have their seat aired all the way out, like they bottom out the frame, and like I tried sitting like that. I can't see anything. I can't see my hood mirrors. You know, as long as I keep a safe following distance, I could see over my dashboard, and I don't tailgate anybody anyway. But like the mirrors are weird, because like instead of looking to the side, it's like me looking to the side and up or whatever, since I'm seated all the way down. Like what's the whole clownery going on behind like aired out truck seats and like fully aired up truck seats and stuff like that? Can someone drop knowledge on me? I'm genuinely curious. That's something you can't Google.
You have reached your stopover. The stopover is on your right. After 1 mile, turn right.
All right, y'all, so when I pulled up to the guard shack, it said there was a big sign that had all these rules, and recording was one of them. So you can't record on this property. So I'm just gonna get back to you guys once I get back to the Stockton drop yard and hook up to the relay that I'm supposed to hook up to. So I'll see you guys in a bit. So I literally just picked up an empty from that yard that said that there was no recording or pictures or whatever. I left and I read the sign before leaving.
After half a mile, turn right.
They didn't have anything that said no recording. So I was tripping. So yeah, I just picked up an empty from there, and they added it into my my work assignment to drop off that empty trailer. So now I'm bobtailing to the Schneider yard to go pick up my loaded trailer. And after driving this with a trailer for so long, bobtailing on the road feels weird. I keep looking in the mirror, like looking for looking for a trailer. Like, am I in the lines? Is my trailer in the lane? Am I gonna hit anything with my trailer? Subconsciously, I just keep checking the mirrors for my trailer. And then when I don't see it, when I glance over, makes me trip out. But here we are, the Schneider yard.
Welcome. Come on in.
All right, so got my trailer here at the Stockton yard. Two problems. There's no scale ticket, and the relay driver did not get this scaled before dropping it off. The tandems are past the 40-foot mark, and there's a grommet. That's bad. So I'm gonna take care of that. I wish I had a miniature Phillips. Make this easier. But yeah, the tandems are too far back. I gotta slide them forward, and this freight in here is about 33,000 pounds. So I don't know if that means that the tandems are gonna be too heavy if I slide them back a little bit. So I gotta do all of that. So I'm gonna take it to a scale. I'm gonna slide the tandems where they need to be. Did my pre-trip, everything's good to go. Now I'm just checking the lights. Okay. Okay, lights are working. Turn signal lights working. We're good. So now I just gotta slide the tandems forward a little bit. That should be good. People say you could go by feel, count the holes that way. I don't know what the heck they're talking about. So I got my tandems where they need to be, which is exactly the rear tandem axle is lined up directly with the 40-foot mark. California's state law, or DOT law or whatever, your rear tandem axle cannot be passed 40 foot from the kingpin. So just to cover our butts and stay on the safe side, we're gonna go ahead and get weighed at a cat scale, and then that'll help me determine if the tandems, as far back as they can be legally in California, if they are of legal weight limit, which your tandems and your drives cannot be more than 34,000 pounds. I know this is what, 33,000 pounds of freight, but that's not including the weight of the trailer. If most of this freight is stacked up above the tandems, that could definitely be troublesome for me. So that's why I'm gonna go ahead and weigh it. And Schneider just has a rule of thumb that if you're hauling anything more than 30,000 pounds, you gotta weigh it. All right, you guys get to enjoy the scales with me. You gotta be careful when you pull in, because it gets pretty narrow here. It can be. This one in particular, no. Okay, we're gonna go weigh my truck. Okay, so you just plug in all your information. Okay, cool. So trailer tandems are 21,000, drive axles are 28. There you go. That's how you guys use the Weigh My Truck app. So I went ahead and I parked to get my scale ticket, and I parked next to this Martin trucking guy, or Martin logistics guy, and I had my windows rolled down. He was like, hey man, how long have you been with Schneider? And I was like, dude, this is like my 3rd week. But he's like, yeah man, I'm just curious, are you happy with where you're at? And I was like, oh, I know where this is going. And he was asking me how much Schneider was paying me and blah blah blah. And then he was telling me about how much he was getting paid at Martin. And he says he got in because 3 of his other buddies drove with Martin for years, and they've been telling him to go there, but he's been driving with May Trucking, and he started up with Martin not too long ago or whatever, like 6 months in, and he makes a decent amount of money. He showed me all his pay stubs and stuff, like showed me all this personal information, and he was like, yeah man, if you want to switch from Schneider and go to Martin, then you know you can go ahead and give me a call, blah blah blah. So I don't know man, I got a year commitment with Schneider. I don't plan on ruining that. You know, so far Schneider's been treating me pretty dang good, and I'm really happy with how they've been treating me so far. You know, my driver leader, he's driving detail driver trainer leader, and you know, he's got a handful of people that he's managing, but he's extremely helpful. He's just really busy. Whenever I've had a problem, whenever I've had a concern, he's gone out of his way to make sure I was taken care of. You know, so far I've been taken care of with this company. I'm pretty happy so far. And you know, like I mentioned before, first year of trucking isn't about the money, it's about the experience. But I will be honest, if there was a trucking company out there that gave me an offer that I could not refuse, and to drive for them and make a heaping wad of cash, you know, I may entertain the idea. But I only got 3 weeks in so far, not enough experience to go anywhere. So I'm not in any rush. I'm happy where I'm at right now. But who knows? We'll see. We'll see what the future has in store. Anything can happen. So, but so far so good. I'm happy with where I'm at. But we'll see. Yeah, man. It's views like this with the sunset that are the just rewards of driving trucks. This is pretty cool, man. Oh, that is a beautiful sunset. Absolutely beautiful sunset. Ooh, does this place look familiar? Yep, this is the Petrol truck stop that I stopped at in my first video. So, it's pretty cool. So, I am officially shut down here. It's a little dark, sorry if you guys can't see me. but I am officially shut down here for the night. I've got about 550 miles to go up north. I need to determine tomorrow if I'm relaying this, because there's no way I'm gonna make this load on time tomorrow that they had scheduled. And I already talked about this with my driver leader, and he said just give him a call back tomorrow and determine what's gonna happen. So we're gonna go ahead and just wing it. I'm gonna start driving up north, and once I get to Weed, California, that's where the cutoff is between the freeways. If I end up going to the Portland OC and relaying this load, or I end up going a different highway and heading straight up towards the delivery. It just depends if the customer is willing to take this delivery early or later, later in the day. But if I go straight to that customer, I will get there around like 4 o'clock and be out of time on my clock, because I'm actually going to start driving at 5 o'clock in the morning. So I don't know if I'm going to vlog much of me driving from here to there, because in my first load video, you guys have seen me drive from California, take the I think it's called the Siskiyous or whatever, the mountain passes, Mount Shasta, and go up to Portland. So I'm probably not going to show you guys that, and we're going to fast forward till tomorrow when we find out where I'm taking this load. So let's go ahead and use some YouTube magic and get there. Ready? And I'm here. And by here I mean I drove about an hour from Corning and drove north to Redding, California. So I stopped here because in about, I'd say 45 minutes to an hour going north of I-5, the freeway splits. It goes I-5 towards Portland, and then there's Highway 97 that goes to Eastern Oregon, which is where my delivery is. So I'm stopped here and waiting for a call back from my driver leader to determine if I'm going to Portland, since I'm not going to make my appointment on time. It logically didn't make sense even if I got a head start. But the appointment time is at 2 o'clock today, and I'm not going to be able to get there till like 5:30. And I shut down pretty dang early last night so I can you know, get a head start early in the morning. And I did. I left early in the morning. Now I'm sitting here, and regardless, I still wouldn't have made it on time. So now we got to determine if I'm going to Portland or if I'm going to go to the delivery. So once I find out, I'll definitely let you guys know. Alright, y'all, so I obviously wasn't going to make it for the appointment time, and because it's Friday, the receiving customer closes early on Fridays, so that's why the appointment time was at 2. So now I'm going to relay this load to Portland. So deja vu, guys, we're going back to Portland. So let's talk a little bit about me cranking out these videos and editing these videos. So like, I love posting videos for you guys. A lot of you seem to enjoy the videos and find them somewhat helpful. So I get the motivation to record a video, edit them, and then upload them for you guys. And plus, some of you have been asking, like, hey man, it's been a while since we've gotten a full-length video. And I know, I'm sorry. But with this video and the last video I made, they're getting posted back to back for y'all. So the whole thing with getting a video recorded, like I said last week, I was sick, so I didn't really record much. But now that I'm feeling a little bit better and I have the motivation to record, the editing is kind of difficult to squeeze in, because I'll be shut down for the night, and I like to start immediately once my 10-hour clock is done. Like, once my 10-hour hits, I go to on duty, do my pre-trip, and then I take off after doing my pre-trip. And so when I shut down for the night, I swear to you guys, I open my video editing app, and then I'll edit for like 10-15 minutes, and then I'll look at the time and I'll be like, oh man, if I sleep right now, I'll only get like six hours of sleep. And I'm the type of person that needs about 7 to 8 hours of sleep to drive the entirety of the following day. What I end up doing when I shut down for the night, I'll clean up my truck a little bit, because I want to wake up the next morning with everything clean. Like, I'll throw out the trash and everything and get everything prepared for my day tomorrow. And then afterwards, I either go get something to eat at the truck stop, or I prepare myself some food. And then by the time I'm done, and then also, like, I spend some time on FaceTime with my fiance and my son before they go to sleep at night. And then by the time that's done, I got like, I don't know, like 6 hours left, 6 to 7 hours left on my my 10 hour. Yeah, I gotta make some sacrifices. Maybe, you know, cut down on my cleaning time and my eating time, you know, just so I could get some videos done. Like, if I absolutely tried, I could crank out 2 videos a week, and not just like the short videos. I'm talking about full-length videos. So I'm gonna try for you guys to at least do 1 a week. If it's not a full length, then I'll probably have like a short video going as my second video for the week, just to hold you guys over. But I'm trying, guys. I'm trying my best. I'm trying to learn the ropes with everything in this truck driving industry, all while trying to be informative and entertaining for you guys. It's not that I'm being lazy or anything. I just want to make sure that I have all my bases covered. Oh, there's still a lot of adapting that I need to do to get used to all of this. So I promise you guys, there's gonna be some consistency. Just hang on tight. I promise you guys there's gonna be consistency. This part of California is beautiful, man. I love driving through here just for the views. Every other aspect of driving through here, I hate it. Like I told you guys before, if I was in a sports car, I'd be flying around these corners. I actually enjoy that kind of driving. But throw me in an 18-wheeler and, bro, I don't know, I'll be hesitant. My guy must be running really light right now, because he is flying through these corners. I'll tell you what though, guys, I'm feeling a lot more comfortable going through these mountain passes. Like the last time I was going through here, I think I would slow all the way down until like 35-40 miles per hour, and I would be scared to go around the corners. And the thing is, it was dry like it is today, but after driving through Utah, the hills in Utah, the hills in Nevada, even though most of the time it's like flat, I'm talking about like in between Nevada and Arizona, and then driving through the hills of Arizona. So I'm not as scared as I was before. Watch, I jinxed myself. I'm gonna be shaking in my boots here in a little bit. All right, y'all. So I actually want to introduce an idea for something for you guys to see in my videos. I want to do like this little Q&A type of thing. I'm not gonna do an entire Q&A video. What I want is, if you guys have a question, I'd like to answer one question at the beginning of every single one of my videos. You know, that way I could get you guys involved in everything in the videos. I think it would be cool. I think it would be really cool. And then I'll answer them on video. So if you guys made it this far in the video, hopefully you guys were paying attention. If you want to get featured in my next videos, go ahead and drop a question in the comment section down below, and I'll go ahead and answer that question in my next video. And if you get lucky, your question might get chosen to be a part of my next video. So let's go ahead and start that up. So what's gonna happen is, the questions you have to ask are gonna have to be on the most recent video. I'm not gonna backtrack and go on old videos to watch it. So be sure that if you wanna have a chance of having your question answered in my next video, to ask that question in the most recent video uploaded. And you know, not the short videos, I'm talking about like the full-length videos. So I'm really excited to do this with you guys. Go ahead, ask your question. If you get lucky, you'll be featured in my next video. And just so I know that you guys want your question in the video and not just answered in the comments, and so I know you guys are paying attention, go ahead and write out your question. But before you post your question, type out hashtag Mountain Tiki, since we're in the mountain pass right now. Put hashtag Mountain Tiki and then your question in the same comment, and that way I know that you want your question posted on the next video. All right, capiche? Got it? We good? All right, let's keep rolling. As Tiki tries to make it for his delivery, he's climbing up this mountain at a whopping speed of 42 miles per hour. What a traveling distance, what a steal, what a journey. Oh man. Yep, my least favorite part of mountain driving. Does this look familiar, y'all? We are at the Portland Operating Center, guys. Finally here. I gotta drop this trailer and then pick up an empty. I don't have enough time on my clock to drive home, so I'm gonna be driving to my home drop yard tomorrow. I might have to like park right here if there's no open spots. Boom. All right, y'all. So just parked. It was pretty impossible to find parking for the trailer because of the fact that it was a relay and there was no trailer parking. There was no bobtail parking anywhere. But I went to maintenance and I talked to the guy who drives the yard dog, and I was like, where do you want this parked? Because this is a relay. And he said, all right, just drop it here. But anyway, I am looking at my dispatch right now for home time, and there's no trailer pickup. No empty trailer or loaded trailer to take to my drop lot. So I don't know if I'm supposed to bobtail there in the morning tomorrow, because I don't have enough time on my clock. I don't know if I'm supposed to bobtail there or if I'm supposed to take a trailer, but I don't know. We'll find out. I'll just go ahead and call it a night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Good morning, y'all. So I just called the weekend driver leaders, and it looks like I'm getting dispatched to my home lot from the Portland Operating Center, bobtailed. That's a 2.5 hour drive with no trailer behind me. So I guess I'm just bobtailing 2.5 hours home, and I got a fuel stop on the way back. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get started then. Let's go ahead and get home, guys. It's the final stretch. Let's go. Thank you. We are officially out of here and headed home. Oh man, I don't think you guys understand how excited I am to go home. I haven't seen my family and friends for like a month, which isn't too long, but still, it wears on you, especially being alone inside your truck. What that look like to you guys over there? What that look like? That's right, it's fuel time. Pretty busy pilot, and not the truck aspect, but like the whole entire front of the store is busy. Like, wow, I did not know people actually use Pilot Flying J as like a regular fueling solution for like four-wheelers and stuff. That blows my mind. All right, lots of spots. Okay, let me go ahead and get this fueling started. I use my Pilot app. It says start up the fuel. All we gotta do is plug it in. Boom. All right. I'm out here in sweats right now, bro. And it is kind of chilly. are officially in the last stretch of this drive. Got about 50 more minutes left in this drive and I will officially be back. I'm so excited to be home. Ooh, man, home cooked food. I'm so excited to be home, man. I'm excited for some home cooked food. Oh man, home cooked food. I'm excited for some home time too. Spend time with my family. Yeah, man, if I'm going to be going home once every month, then, you know, it feels like Christmas to me going home. I get excited. So if every month is gonna feel like Christmas to me, oh man, I'm in for a treat. Yo, and here we are. Beautiful, beautiful city of Sumner. And we have officially made it back, guys. I just gotta do a post trip and we should be Gucci. We're officially home, guys. I'm so pumped. I get home cooked food. I get to sleep in my own bed. I mean, granted, the truck is really comfortable. The bed in the truck is comfortable. But I'm just excited to be home, guys. Anyway, I want to thank you guys so much for joining me on this journey so far. It has been a pleasure to take you guys along with me. Now that I'm feeling a little bit better and I'm home, I'm actually going to get more stuff to help me live in this truck. And I'm probably going to get some more equipment for recording these vlogs as well. I just want to produce some good quality for you guys. If there's anything in this video that helped you out, that provided you with some information, or you just enjoyed the video, go ahead and hit that like button down below, guys. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you guys want to go ahead and talk about anything that I discussed in this video, go ahead and hit the comment section. Don't forget, I'm going to be featuring some comments from the comment section at the beginning of every single video moving forward. So if you don't remember, go ahead and put hashtag Mountain Tiki and your question might be featured on the next video. And if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be cranking out some videos every single week for you guys. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and follow me along on this rookie truck driving journey. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I appreciate every single one of you guys that have subscribed, that have commented, that are creating conversation in the comment section. I appreciate y'all. And if you've made it this far in the video, you a true champ. You are a true champ. So thank you so much for watching. Anyways, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. You know what time it is. Your boy Tiki is out.